Hey guys, today is the final day. Oops, I don't have my background. Hey, so let me get my background up. But today is the last day, and what that means is we're going to be first reviewing everything we've learned up to this point for the the past week. We're going to be what we've done, and now we're going to review what we've done, and then after that review, we're going to do a quiz, a test, as you may, a little game, I guess, and then we will compete. So let's get started on the last final day. So this is the final day, which is the review. We're going to start with the review of everything. So you may remember that I think there was a total of 9 chapters that we did, and there's actually a total of 11 chapters. But I decided that skipping 10 and 11 will be better because geometry and customary system is one. So I think I told you yesterday that customary was kind of irrelevant in geometry. I think we learned a little bit geometry. So that's why I'm not including that in this video. I mean in this slides, in this kind of thing. So we're gonna move on. So chapter 1, place value. So this is the first day. We had our introduction. I think I was a little late, but we did place value. So if we take the number 53,200, we can find the place and number value. So hopefully you remember the difference between place and number value. So 2 is in the hundredths place, but it has a number value of 200. 3 is in the thousands place in this number, but has the number value 3,000. And 5 is in the 10,000s place, but is equal to the number value is 50,000. Pretty simple stuff, right? Day 1. And then properties. So remember your commutative and associative properties of addition / multiplication, and your distributive property. So distributive property, A times B plus C is equal to A times B plus A times C. And also, you should probably know how to multiply. And chapter 2, we learned some division. So hopefully you know how to divide using like a cool format like this. So you put the number, the big number inside, and then the number you want to divide it by outside, and then you basically divide like normal. And if there are remainders, it won't hurt you. Remainders will exist. Like, for example, 37 divided by 4 is 9 remainder 1 is equal to 9 1/4. So keep in mind what how to divide and what remainders are. And then we chapter 3. So we learned mostly decimals, and how we learn decimals is adding and subtracting. Adding and subtracting is super easy. All we need to do is line up the dot. So for example, 0.16 plus 0.016, we line up the dots and then we add. We line up the dots and then we subtract. Okay, simple enough. And then let's talk about multiplication and decimal multiplication and then decimal division. So hopefully you guys remember how to multiply decimals. So if not, here's how. First, you multiply normally. Then you count how many numbers are after the decimal point in both numbers. And then move your answer from step 1 back that many times. For example, 0.4 times 0.4. So 4 times 4 is 16. But 0.4 has one number after the decimal, and 0.5 has another 2. So we have a total of 2 numbers after the decimal point. So we move 16 backwards twice. Chapter 5, we learned all about decimal division, which is basically the same thing. We set up the format, and then we bring the decimal straight up. We divide normally, and then we literally just bring the decimal straight up. There's nothing too difficult about it. Also, remember that 0.2 is equal to 0.20 equals to 0.20000, and so on. You can add an infinite amount of zeros at the end of a decimal, and it'll be equal. Okay, fractions. Let's talk about fractions. So equivalent fractions. So we multiply the top and the bottom by the same number to get equivalent fractions. For instance, 1/2 is equal to 2/4. You can multiply the top and the bottom by 2 because 2 divided by 2 is 1. So it's the same thing as multiplying by 1, except we just changed the fraction. So 1/2 is equal to 2/4. And then adding and subtracting, we can only add and subtract decimals with the same denominator, which is saying they have to have the same bottom number. So to add 1/2 and 1/4, we first convert 1/2 to 2/4 to make sure it has the same denominator as 1/4, and then we add. So 2/4 plus 1/4 is 3/4. So also remember what a mixed number is. A mixed number is basically a whole number and a proper fraction. And multiplying fractions is super easy. You just multiply the top and the bottom. So for instance, 1/2 times 1/4. So 1 times 1 is 1. 2 times 4 is 8. So 1/2 times 1/4 is 1/8. And that's it. And chapter 8, division of fractions. So divide fractions is a little trickier, but not too difficult. So some people say it is the hardest chapter. I would agree, I guess, to an extent. And how do you remember? I don't know if any of you remember, but how do we divide? So the way we divide is we flip the bottom fraction and we multiply. So for instance, 3/4 divided by 1/2. So we flip the one on the bottom. So the one on the bottom is 1/2. So we flip it and then we multiply. So 3/4 times 2 is 3/2. So because we flip 1/2 and then we multiply by 3/4. Then finally, for today, for the review, we have chapter 9, which is algebra and ordered pairs. So graphing. First, we look at the x coordinate and then we look at the y coordinate. So can you find them? So if you remember what the x and y coordinates are, then you should be able to do it. So that is what you should know for the review, and that's it for today. I'm just kidding. We do have a quizzes that we're going to be doing, but you guys do have some time to review. I think maybe I'll give you guys 15 minutes, probably 15 to 20 minutes to review, and then we're going to come back and do the quizzes. So while you're busy, either on break, like for now you can do a break, or you could be doing you could be reviewing or having your break. But I'll give you guys a total of 20 minutes to review. So I'll email the slides, but make sure to go back to my emails, and because I sent all the slides every single day, and check that. So I guess I'll see you guys in like 20-ish minutes, and then we will go over it. So see you till then. I'm gonna send this, and then we're gonna do the quiz. All right. So it's around 20 minutes, and I'm gonna start presenting, but I'm not going to actually start the quiz until I get a couple people in. So hold on tight, and then we'll start very soon. So we have a total of 5 people in, but I think we're missing Fairwin and Kylie. If you guys could get in. Oh yeah, I think we're just missing Fairwin now. If you can get in, unless you don't want to play, then that's fine. But I would advise you to play. So join if you can. Okay, so that's a total of around 7 people. I'm gonna assume this is Fairwin, but we're gonna continue. So I guess we're gonna start. Alan is joining you today. I realized that I can't join the quizzes without a secondary device, so I'm gonna be watching you guys, but I'm not gonna actually be participating. But Alan will be your competitor, and if you can beat him, then that means you are officially a god. But you can go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and start right about now. So good luck and have fun. Take your time too. It's not timed too difficultly. Hey, yo, congrats to Alan and Catherine for finishing already with those first and second places. But we're having close with Victoria, who hasn't finished the quiz yet. So yeah, make sure to take your time. This quiz is mostly about Kahoot and quizzes is mostly about getting the most right instead of getting it fast. So get more right than getting it fast. All right, so it seems like a lot of people have already finished, but except for like a couple people, like Kylie and Bowen. So we're gonna wait on them, and then once they finish, we're going to go over the test. So you guys actually did really good than past year. So we're gonna go over it soon. All right, just waiting on Bowen to finish up, and then we're gonna finish. And maybe Alan second attempt, So he failed his first attempt. So we're gonna wait on that one too. All right. So it turns out everyone has already finished, meaning that we can now go over it. So let us basically see. So congratulations to Kylie, Victoria, and Bowen for finishing top 3, excluding Alan because he is a cheater and he has taken this quiz like 4 times. So congrats to Kylie, Victoria, and Bowen and of course to the rest of you guys, Catherine, Hanan, and Farron. I think that's Farron. But yeah, good job to you guys for doing so well on the quiz. You actually did really good compared to last year's. So let's go over some possible like answers to these questions. So of course, the toughest question was question 1, and then the longest question was the last question with Alan's ducks. That one was actually Alan made that question and he failed his own question, which I think is pretty funny. And yeah, so let's look over the questions. So the first one, apparently, a lot of people actually got wrong, and that's one of the trick questions I kind of said, because place value, if you remember place value, it's what place it's in, not the number value. Number value of 4 is 400, but the place value is the hundreds place. So in this question, you have to say hundreds because it's the place, not the number value, so it's the place value. So it's going to be 100. So number 2 wasn't too difficult. Number 3 wasn't too difficult. 4 of 7. By the way, it was, I think, A. Yeah, A was the correct answer because you multiply it, the outside to the inside. Let's see. Number 6. If I finish 31 of 100 of a painting and Alan helps me and finishes 1/5 of the painting, how much is left? So you would have to convert 1/5 to have a denominator of 100. So it would be 20 over 100, and then 31 plus 20 is 51. So 51 out of 100 is our answer. Looks like you guys did pretty good on the rest of them. All right. So number 11. Okay, this one was a very trick question, but it actually wasn't too bad because for several reasons. First, 15 of 15 is just 1, and then this fraction, anything to the 0 power is 1. So it's going to be 1 plus 1. Okay, so and then 15 and 24 over 12 is actually equal to 17 because 24 divided by 12 is 2, and 15 plus 2 is 17. So that means it's just 1 plus 17, which is our answer, which is 18. So a lot of people got this one last time, but you guys actually got 4 out of 7 correct, which is really impressive. So yeah, this one was 18 if you know your exponent rules, which we went over. That one was one of my trickiest questions, I think, because even it looks super scary, but it's actually really not. Let's see. Oh yeah, so number No, these are all two. These are okay. And then number 18. Which one's bigger? Well, if you multiplied it out, you would find out that the left side is bigger, and also a very speedy fact. If you figured out that 7/6 is greater than 1, anything that's greater than 1 and you multiply it will always have a greater number. So the answer was bigger than or greater than. So that was the answer to this one. Ooh, and number 19. This one was a little tricky as well because you had to find the perimeter, which is this plus this plus this plus this, which is the outside. So you would have to add 3.5 plus 3.5 plus 4 1/4 plus 4 1/4, and I think the answer was 15 1/2. If I'm correct, I think it's 15 1/2. Let's see other ones that you guys got. Oh, all right. And so yeah, that was actually not so bad. You guys actually did really really well. Like compared to last year. Last year took really long, and last year got a lot more questions wrong. But you guys are smart bunch, and yeah, you guys did really really well. I might send these quizzes if you ever want to review it. Like some questions that you were unfamiliar with. I could see that there were number question 1 especially, that was a hard one for some of you. But in general, you guys did really really well. So I'm really really proud of you, especially for in the really short time that we had together. But hope you guys enjoyed the G5 class. I know today wasn't supposed to be class, but I thought it was class, but that's Cloud's communication calls part. But yeah, that's it for G5. Hope you guys enjoyed class. I certainly enjoyed the time that we spent together over the past week. It was really fun, and hope you guys learned something. But most importantly, hope you guys enjoyed. And if you decide to do it again over the summer to check how good you are, maybe join again. But that's it for me. That is all my curriculum. I don't really have anything else to say. I don't really have anything else to give you. But see you guys later, I guess. See you guys if I see you ever again. But see you. Bye. Hope you guys had a fantastic G5 experience.